You know, I just realized something. I live in Atlanta. This starts in Atlanta. Shit. What's going on, everybody? It's the Granddad of Granddad Wooly, and you are here again for another edition of Wooly Reviews. Game Data. We're talking video games again today, and we're talking one of the biggest video games out right now, The Walking Dead, the official game. We are at Season 2, and everybody's loving this game. Millions of people are playing it, and I'm going to explain to you why. Now, for those who are not familiar with The Walking Dead game, or The Walking Dead in general, first of all, the fuck you been? It's like everywhere. Everybody's at least heard of The Walking Dead. But if you haven't, let me give you a brief breakdown of what it is. Zombie apocalypse. Pretty much it. Zombies taking over the whole country. A few people didn't get infected, so now they're trying to survive. And along the way, some people end up getting killed, and some people end up... It's just a whole bunch of stuff. That's pretty much it. Zombie apocalypse. People are trying to coexist in a world full of zombies while not trying to kill each other and trust each other. That's pretty much it. So the actual game came out probably sometime, I want to believe, last year. Probably around 2013. I think that's when it first started. Don't quote me on that. But I started playing Season 1. And the thing about the game that is different from the show is that all the characters are different, but there's pretty much the same sort of, background, zombie apocalypse. Now, the main character in Season 1 was a guy called Lee. He was the one you played as. His name was Lee. He was actually on his way to prison for killing this dude who I think was a politician, and the politician was sleeping with his wife, and he got crazy and he killed the dude. I mean, shit happens, right? So he's going to jail, and all between that, the zombie apocalypse hits. So he ends up escaping on his way to jail because, everybody's getting attacked and killed by zombies. And he ends up running across this little girl called Clementine, who you have to end up protecting for the majority of the season. And she's like, I think at the point of the game, she's like a really little kid, probably like 7 or 8. So she's being exposed to all this gruesome, terrible, tragic stuff, and you have to kind of guide her and protect her and, kind of try to explain what's going on to her. And this is actually a game where you have to make decisions, and not like, hey, what am I going to eat today decisions. It's like, hey, should I shoot this mofo in the head, or should I let him go because he may come back and try to shoot me? Decisions like that all play how the game goes on beyond that. Each decision you make factors in what happens when the game and how it carries on, which I really like about this game. It makes you think, and it makes you get emotionally invested in it, because these characters actually start to become more than just video game characters. They actually become actual people when you're playing this, because you can sense the emotion. You can, figure out, okay, this person seems like a good person, but then they end up not being a good person, and vice versa. So it's just a lot of just intellectual, emotional playing based game. And it's action involved, and you kind of get so wrapped up in the story of it that you forget that you're playing a game, which I really like. You kind of get lost in it. So now we are in Season 2. Now, I'm not going to give away what happens in Season 1 because some people probably haven't played this game yet. But basically, in Season 2, you're not playing as Lee anymore. You're playing as Clementine now. She's a little bit more grown up. And now she is the main character. And she's now a little bit more used to what's going on in the world. She's kind of like caught a couple bodies. She done popped a few zombies in the head. She's a little smarter, so she knows what it is. She's OG, triple OG right now. She's kind of gangster. So now this is who you're playing as. And the game goes along as you're going from people to people, group to group, and you have to just survive, and you're trying to figure out who you should trust. People always rely on you. You end up being the go-to person for a lot of things. And it's just as the story and the episodes go along, it gets more and more intense. You end up reconnecting with people from the prior season who you thought were dead. And they end up getting crazier, and it's just all kinds of stuff. I don't want to give away too much stuff because it's these little things here. If I start saying things and give spoilers away, it may ruin the season. But basically, I want to just tell you how the game plays in Season 2. It's way more intense. It's way more graphic. It's a lot more violence. It's a lot harder decisions that you're making than in Season 1. In Season 2, you have to make some real tough decisions that actually can come back to bite you in the ass or can actually save your life. And it's just, you got to make that choice. And sometimes when you make certain choices, you regret them. There's been times where I made a choice and I'm like, man, I shouldn't have did that. I feel bad. And there's some choices where you're like, yo, that was the right choice. I never liked that motherfucker anyway, so he can go to hell. But like I said, I'm not trying to give away stuff. So the season just ended. The last episode, there's 5 episodes per season, and you can buy this. It's a downloadable game. I think they're gonna start releasing it on disc too. Probably in the next month or so, they're going to release seasons 1 and 2 for PS3, PS4, and Xbox One. I think they do have them already on PS3 and Xbox 360. But for the most part, most people just buy the downloadable game. And you can buy it episode by episode, which is $5 each, or you can buy the whole pack for $20. That's usually what I did. The drawback to that is, though, is they usually say it'll take them 4 to 6 weeks to come out with an episode. But sometimes it takes them 3 months to drop a new episode. So we're kind of just waiting and waiting and waiting for the next episode, and some people start to get a little irritated saying, yo, when's the next episode gonna drop? And some people just be like, it's gonna drop when it drops. So but when it does drop, everybody goes and downloads and plays and talks about it, and it's just every episode is worth the wait. They just up the stakes with everyone. The writing is great, the acting is great. As you can see right now, I don't have anything bad to say about this game other than the fact that they can't put out the episodes at a frequent amount of time or the time that they say they should. And it does at times get a little, glitchy or runs a little slow. But, that's small things. But the gameplay itself, how the game runs, how the game flows, how the story goes is one of the best games I've played, story-based games I've played ever. And I'm so excited that they are going to do a season 3. They announced they're doing a season 3. Now, the thing about that is seeing as all these consoles are now switching over to the next gen, I don't know if all of the progress that people who've been playing on their PlayStation 3s and Xboxes is going to transfer over to the new consoles. Because if not, everybody's got to fucking start over. I don't want to do that shit. I don't even remember half the decisions I made, so I don't want to change that. So I'm hoping that they figure out a way to transfer all that data or all those saves over to the new season if they do that. Because that would really make a lot of people upset. Namely me, I'd be fucking pissed off because I don't want to do all that over again. And what I do hope is if they do release the discs on, PS4 and Xbox One, that it can link your PSN account and then it says, hey, okay, this is where you were saved at. And, you can continue from there, or you can at least have a separate save file for it. That would be really, really nice to have. So Telltale Games, work on that. Figure out a way that we can still keep our saves so we don't have to redo all this shit because you're going to have a lot of pissed off customers. And we don't want you to do that. We like you. You were doing a great job with this game. Don't do anything to make us not like you guys. Okay? So, in the nutshell, I just have to say that this game, The Walking Dead, zombie apocalypse game, Clementine's an OG. This is just one of the best storyline, survival horror, action, drama, all those games in one. It's one of the best I've played. And I would highly recommend that if you like the Walking Dead series, or if you just like any type of survival horror game or anything with apocalypse, this is your game. Because the thing about it is, at first it seems like a cool zombie game, but you get so invested in these characters that it's like you're watching an episode from an actual TV show or a movie or a scene from a movie, and it's just you get wrapped up into it. And you actually, it gotta get you right here at certain moments. When certain people, die or certain people get left behind, you get emotionally hit. I'm not gonna lie. It was a couple times I got a little choked up. I didn't cry, but I got choked up. It don't judge me. You play the game, it'll happen to you too. But other than that, great game. Telltale Games, you're doing awesome. Can't wait for season 3. It's gonna be the shit. Don't make me start over. If you do, I will hate you, but I'll still probably play it anyway. So my final verdict, I'm not saying that you should go get this game. No, fuck it. I'm saying you should go get this game because it is the shit. It is awesome. It is the best game I've played in quite some time. You will love it. You will be invested into it. If you've never played this game, start at season 1, go and get season 2 after that, and you will be addicted. You will be hooked. And it's not a lot of money. You'll spend $40 for both seasons, or if you want to go episode by episode and spend $5 each, it's still the same amount of money that you play for a regular game that you go buy in the store. Actually, a little bit less than that probably, and you'll probably get more enjoyment factor out of it than those games. And I'm just being truthful. So I would say definitely check this game out. It is 150 million% Granddad approved. Go get The Walking Dead seasons 1 and 2. any way you can. If you want to buy it on the console, if you want to download it from the network stores, or I think you can even get it on your iPhone or your iPad. They got it everywhere now. It's that popular. And look out for Season 3, 2015. They say it's going to drop. So we don't really know exactly when, but if they do drop it, I'm going to be first to get the whole pack because I can't wait to see what happens next with the characters and the development. And I know I didn't give away too much because these games are so involved. It's so many steps. I don't want to give away any spoilers. Just play the game and you will not regret it. Granddad is approving it. Definitely check it out. Walking Dead, definitely. Flip it. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for today's video. Make sure you give me a thumbs up and drop a comment. Tell me what you think of the Walking Dead game. If you've played any of the seasons or if you're not familiar with it, I want to know because I definitely recommend that you check it out. Also, previous video on the side, as always, and my music video. Check those out. Show me some love. And also, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, SoundCloud. All those links are at the bottom. Follow me on all those because I always drop some kind of clues or hints of what I got coming up next. And as always, subscribe to the channel, Granddad RDLR. New videos every Tuesday and Friday. So you know you got to watch it because you never know what I'm going to review. So definitely, like I said, check out all the other videos. Like, comment, share, subscribe, favorite, all that good shit. And until next time I take my leave, Granddad, The Walking Dead, best game ever. I'm out of here.